Hi, today we're going to look at how to calculate the probability of a compound event. So if I have 3 coins, and you can see I've got several scenarios, but we're going to start with 3 coins. And I want to know the probability of 3 heads. Well, that is a combination of 3 probabilities. So a coin has got either heads or tails. So for the first event, the first outcome, the probability of calculating a head is 1/2. Now, if we think back to figuring out the total number of probabilities, it's multiplied. So for the second outcome, the probability of calculating a head is also 1/2. And for that third coin, the outcome is again 1/2. So I would multiply these 3 events. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So that probability is 1/8, which is what we discovered yesterday when we did our tree diagram. Now, as a decimal, that is 125 thousandths, or 12 1/2%. Now, the probability of calculating a specific event if I've got 1 dice and 1 coin. So I want to know the probability of of an even number and the probability of heads. Well, on a coin, the probability of getting an even number is 3 out of 6. It's a number cube. The probability of getting heads is 1 out of 2. So that would be 3/12, 3 times 1 and 2 times 6, or 1/4, which is 25 hundredths, or 25%. If we go back to the same scenario, and I want to know the probability of not 4 and tails. Well, if I think of a number cube, there are 5 sides that are not a 4. So that would be a probability of 5/6. There is one side of the coin that is tails. So that would be 1/2. So I would have a total probability of 5/12. Now, when I grab my calculator, the decimal for that is 5/12. It's 0.416 repeating, or 41 2/3%. Okay, the probability of 2 dice. Just going to go with the probability of snake eyes. Probability of 1/1. Think about a dice. There are 6 sides on a dice, and only one of them is a 6, so the outcome is 1 out of 6 for the first. The outcome is 1 out of 6 for the second. So the chances, or the probability that you would get snake eyes, is 1 out of 36. And as a decimal, it is very small. It is 0.027 repeating, or 2 7/10 repeating percent. Not real likely. Okay, let's take a look here. If I've got 1 dice, a die, and a spinner, here's my spinner, A, B, C, D. Okay, and I want to know the probability of an even number and a vowel. Okay, probability of an even number on a dice. There are 3 even numbers out of 6. And the probability of a vowel, the A is the only vowel. So this would be 3/24, or 1/8, which we've already calculated to be 12.5%. And finally, the probability of a not 5, and the letter C. Well, there are 5 numbers on the dice that are not 5. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 out of the 6 sides. Multiply by that by the 1/4. that is a C, 1 out of 4. These are equally spaced. So it would be 5/24, or that one as a probability would be just about 20%. Okay, so it's 2,083 10,000s repeating, and I'm going to be rounding that to, it's going to be approximately 21%. Thank you very much.